This is a video of Charlie Kirk talking to a college student about Trump and his stance and what he's doing in the Middle East. Let's take a look.
I think that Trump has a lot of dictatorial tendencies. And so recently he posted an AI video of himself at the Gaza Lago. And so what's your opinion on that specifically?
I think it's hilarious.
It's hilarious, but is that not concerning to you that the leader of the supposed free world is posting about an ethnic cleansing of a group of people?
I wouldn't use that term first and foremost.
I mean, it's the definition of it.
Well,
ethnic cleansing is the...
So, I mean, first of all, you got to take all of that with a little bit of levity and light.
Right, but
secondly,
he's the president. It's not like he's a random person speaking like you.
He's also President Trump, so you got to remember a little bit of levity and light. But yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to overanalyze the video, but it did show Gaza being built beautifully into kind of like a Hong Kong, right?
Singapore right, but he said that he wants to take those people out and remove them from Gaza to then fill up the beach resort.
That's an interesting...
That's the definition of ethnic cleansing. It's removing an ethnic group of people from a specific
area. Let me ask you, and I don't know the answer to this, what would you say is a reasonable solution to this problem?
To Gaza, I think a two-state solution. I think that Israel is committing a genocide against the Palestinian people.
So, got it. So, but I don't want to... This is too much Israel stuff, but it's fine.
Okay.
How did Gaza not have its own government, its own... over the last 15 years? What else more do they want?
Well,
Israel was not involved in their politics, was not involved in their leadership decision.
But they're trying to take it now.
Hold on, time out. They already had it for 15 years. What happened?
So, rephrase that.
Israel pulled out of Gaza completely in 2006.
Right.
Gaza was under its own rule. They were in charge. They had a two-state solution.
Yeah. So what happened was
we already had a two-state solution. What happened?
Hamas happened. But I don't support Hamas.
I'm saying, but they were democratically elected. So we got to find a solution. A two-state solution means that people like that will win again. So what is the solution?
I think the solution is completely separating the two and having completely separate borders. They destroyed it. Now we're past this
They were
solution,
separate. Israelis were not allowed into Gaza for the last 15 years. So what you're suggesting has been tried for the last nearly 2 decades.
But they took it over now and then removed them and killed people.
That's not the point. I'm saying you're suggesting something that has already been tried. Did it work?
It didn't work there, no.
Okay, that's the point. So maybe that's not a solution.
But the solution now isn't a solution.
Well, I think the solution is that they're probably going to have to go to Egypt or Jordan, because what's happening in Gaza is they keep on supporting Hamas.
Is that not the definition of ethnic cleansing?
I would not use that term. Is it a dramatic move? Without a doubt.
Okay.
It's a dramatic move.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you very much.
It's actually really important to just, first of all, I'm not here to say that Trump's AI image, by the way, this video is a little bit outdated, was a smart move. I think it's very antagonizing. I think he is not just a president, he's President Trump, and this is part of his personality, and there are many things about his personality that I really don't like. I think he can be a very sick individual. And unfortunately, like, you're never going to have a politician that everybody underneath his or her rule is just going to enjoy. Elon Musk too, like, has some sick tendencies, but I also do think that at the end of the day, what he's trying to achieve is from a technological standpoint and from a societal standpoint actually is very beneficial. And I think a lot of people, especially on the far left, don't see it that way, and that's fine. So I'm just saying, first and foremost, I'm not a Trump guy. Second of all, Charlie did exactly what I was waiting for somebody to do, which is when someone here in 2025 is now claiming that what Trump is proposing to do and what many think is the right move is this quote-unquote ethnic cleansing. You cannot just zoom in on what is happening today without talking about the context leading up to how we got to today. And what Charlie did by bringing us back to 2005, 2006, when Israel and the IDF fully disengaged, left the Gaza Strip, picked up its own Israeli and Jewish citizens, put them back behind a border fence because Hamas and what they were doing in the Gaza Strip was leading to them being in danger on top of all the other Muslim brothers and sisters, such as Fatah and the Palestinian Authority. They moved them. Their own Israeli government ethnically cleansed their own Israelis from the Gaza Strip, but I don't see anybody talking about that. They had no choice. They packed their bags, they got out, and they left. For 15 years, 15 to 20 years, there was a two-state solution. They had an opportunity to create the two-state solution. They had every resource accessible to create a two-state solution. They had every means necessary to create a two-state solution. If that is what they claim that they want, where was it for 15 to 20 years? How much time do you need to do this? You had almost 2 decades to create a beautiful economy for the people in the Gaza Strip. You had two decades to create educational institutions, an academic center, a place to flourish on the Mediterranean coast, build apartments, build housing, build schools, build universities, not tunnels, not missile compounds next to mosques, not military headquarters embedded inside of the emergency room department of a hospital. But that's what they did. They did that for 15 to 20 years, and here we are today with this kid and many others saying what is happening today is not a solution. What happened to lead up to today? What is the alternative? I'm still waiting. All these people want to talk about what is happening, but they can't come up with a better solution. And when asked for a better solution, they say a two-state solution. My guy, where are you, bro? Where have you been? Pull up a map of what Hamas envisions all of what we know as proper Israel today to be. And tell me where on that map you see room for a two-state solution. Tell me where you see the blue and white flag on their vision, on their perfect world of what the entire region here would look like. Tell me where you see a two-state solution. These people are so naive, bro. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. And it's unfortunate because the college students, this demographic, these high school students, like, you guys are next, bro. You guys are next. You guys are supposed to be the next leaders, the next politicians, the next mayors, the next governors, the next innovators, the next entrepreneurs. You guys are the next disruptors. And this is how you think. This is how you operate. And I can only imagine how it would seep into your own personal lives, family lives, dynamic relationships, business. It's scary, but we have to do some real combing and surgery and operation here to really weed this out, and we will not stop. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you next video. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description, and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.